set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. On first, they'll throw with Elway. This one into the hands of Harmon downfield. And he'll be out right at the 35. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. To throw is Elway. Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Harmon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 3rd down, Elway. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, Elway. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. On 1st down, Elway. He gets it to Thomas. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Elway. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Night Train Lane. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by a former Washington safety, Sean Taylor. And he is all the way up past the 25. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Another carry for the wide receiver, Samuel. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Elway. Steps away to his left. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. That's Samuel, caught left side. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel from 10 yards out. And the Commanders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
You know, the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They fake the give. Now Elway on the move to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. On 1st and 10, Elway. It returns it right back to Samuel. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Elway to throw on 2nd. Flush to his right. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
That is caught by a diving Thomas. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now Elway to throw. Completes it to Samuel. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. John Elway in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand-new ball game. Bullock good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. He'll take the knee in the final couple seconds. Will tick set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Rodgers now to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former Washington safety, Sean Taylor. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Now it's Elway. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Elway. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They'll try and throw for it with Elway. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. That'll be taken in by Anderson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Rodgers. He completes it once more to Anderson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by a former Washington safety, Sean Taylor. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Throwing now, Elway on first down. That's to Thomas, who makes a nice catch. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. On 1st and 10, it's Samuel. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Antonio Gibson. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Montez Sweat with a tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Henry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. Mean Joe Green forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He's going to float this. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. yards on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Oh, Elway's going to throw it.
Open man downfield is Davis.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Here's Boyd Works to extend their lead by 2. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Inside handoff, Henry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Kendall Fuller, boy, no problems for him on that play.
team's not going to benefit it. Your team's not going to benefit it. Your team's not going to benefit it.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even, but it's second down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Prescott to throw it.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll 4th down, Prescott.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
Henry up the middle. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. The pitch to Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Gano's kick is good, and the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. J-Ron Curse in on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Full package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Gano's kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really...
For this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. If it had to go first, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run left with Pollard. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. John Randall. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnover because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Looking to throw, Prescott. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick, rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And Too Tall Jones. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. To try again after the sack. Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Madden, 319, 26. 36.
Again to Henry. And he'll be forced to dive forward just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Henry again on second down.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gano's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about...
Oh, Prescott stripped.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing...
You talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Right to the air is Mahomes.
Got him in. It's Brown. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now here's Mahomes.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
The 20. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Garrett Wilson, 70 yards.
And the NFC has taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The NFC kickoff team out there, and they send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to go up top again. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown.
Colin Johnson,
68 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Mahomes now to throw. Steps, and he's going to go down again. John Randall, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
A first carry for Tyler Algier.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The man in motion is Brown. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. This is taken at the 18. On 1st down, Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he powers his way up past the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane.
And the Commanders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
Through one quarter, 9-7 our score.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Derrick Henry. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Touchdown, Washington. Colin Johnson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here's a diving catch right side. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. McCaffrey running up the middle. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Sliding out of the pocket. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Hall of Famer Night Train Lane. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, you know, out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to...
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Mahomes throw complete here to his receiver Brown.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. Flushed out right. He's got a man, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. It'll buy some time right. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 10, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. There's 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, he's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to take another shot here. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway.
Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. 2 minutes to go. Clock running down. 2 minutes to go. 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 2 minutes to
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's going to bring this one back for an NFC touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And he will get into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers. That's Samuel. Caught left side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers going up top.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked 2. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fields. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Out to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by 2-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Rodgers going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They'll run for it with Henry. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Commanders have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts.
That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, they got him again. Max Crosby, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Washington. Gano for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball on the INT.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Anderson right side. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, it's going to be Samuel with a run. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here we go. 45, 45, 45.
Now on 2nd and 16, Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
He finds his man, complete. It's Fields. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's
Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions.
And now here is another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Fields. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Mahomes to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Flush to his right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
Wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from FedEx Field.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
First and 10, it's Patterson. Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw on 2nd and 6. Montana.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
3rd down, here's Patterson.
And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 9 yards that time.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll go. It's Patterson. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. A give to the fullback on the dive. Junior Seau, the Hall of Famer, there on the tackle.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Cordero Patterson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Rodgers now to throw. He's going to try and go deep again.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking long for Thomas.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. Well, they'll try and sneak this. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And a short kick taken at about the 16, and they will wrangle it down. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On second down and 4, Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Rodgers now on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Thomas has got it. Complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Patterson again. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up first and 10. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here we go on 4th down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Straight ahead, Patterson. It's Cordell Patterson. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 9. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll try and run with their fullback. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And able to get this out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now Rodgers got to have this one.